Hi everyone,
Hello,
welcome back.
welcome back.
Nice to see you again. Today we will speak about a topic that has been mentioned a few times within the last couple of days on our channel from comments of our subscribers. We're not gonna say the specific word, but you understand what we are talking about. It's just for
The intimacy.
yes.
Usually, intimacy is very difficult to describe without sounding too low vibe or too high. It's very difficult because people have its own perception. Maybe your parents could not, let's say, share with you how exactly the intimacy should be used for and how and stuff like this. There is a balance. We are not a religion. We like to ban intimacy, neither to overdo. There is a middle balance, and that's what we want to speak about.
Now, first of all, I want to share a misconception that there is out there about the intimate energy and Kundalini. Is Kundalini the intimate energy? No, it is not. However, Kundalini will use a lot the intimate energy, and that's where the confusion comes from. Plus the intimate energy also rises from the lower chakras, but it is all up to us to which levels we are going to take it. And this is where Kundalini steps in, especially with the twin flame journey. Kundalini can use a lot the intimate energy to connect or even to separate twin flames.
Yes, Kundalini is our friend, and sometimes we feel like, is it really our friend? You know, it's like this. But it is always our friend, and we have to remember that just like our moms, at least in the ancient times, the mom is gonna call you to come out of the streets when you are a child and to come back home to eat a good meal.
My mom was also doing this.
Kundalini is like this. It's gonna scream, "Hey, let's go!" You know. So sometimes it can feel that she's a little bit too much, but it's always for our own good.
We're not going to focus in this video specifically on Kundalini, even though we
Yeah.
have to touch up here on some aspects with her, just because these two topics are pretty much bonded together when we talk about twin flames. And we will make a specific separate video about Kundalini, just like we did about the higher self. I think it's going to be much better.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna make a blog about it. That's because I really would like us to write something like this. It's very nice.
We are actually planning something, and we'll see when we will surprise you with this. Can't wait. By the way, we do have our new ebook.
Yes.
And maybe you should tell something more about it.
For the ones who don't know, we say we, but one does something, the other helps, and the other starts. So, anyways, we made an amazing ebook. I say amazing because we are already starting to get reviews about it. It's not anywhere to be found except our website for now because we are just starting out. And this is our first time, so
yes,
it's about the twin flame model remake, which means to remake your own model meaning yourself. We shattered our body into pieces, and now we have to pick up all these pieces, and some pieces are far away from you, others are right in front of your nose, and we just have to adjust. Some things are also not belonging to you, so you have to remove and put it back. So the book is actually gonna tell you there is a matrix language that we should learn, and once we learn how to speak this language, we actually start to have an amazing relationship with our twin flame if you are, let's say, living with your partner, or perhaps you have been separated for so long and you will be able to reconnect.
Before deciding to buy the book, we recommend you to watch the video we made specifically about the book. We
Yes.
speak more about it there.
We're gonna try to leave somewhere above our heads or in the description.
Yes, or in the description. So let's move on back to the intimate energy between twin flames, because that's a very, very interesting topic, I
Yes.
feel. So, what is the use of the intimate energy? The intimate energy, purpose of it, first of all, is to go up. By going up, we speak about chakras here in energy field. It has very spiritual meaning. When you have a different partner rather than your twin flame, you are still able to use the intimate energy in similar ways, but not to this extent as with your twin flame. Let's say that there's a lot of whistles and fireworks that happen when the intimate energy is used with your twin
I
flame.
understand.
But
You have to watch the video 2 times because Petya really goes deep into these things, and sometimes we think we understood, but there's more into what she's saying.
now, from ancient times, actually, this was known that the higher we're able to move up our intimate energy to the higher chakras, the deeper we go in the awakening and going in a very deep spiritual state that can already dip into different dimensions. We speak a lot about moving from the 3D to 5D with the twin flame, right? We don't speak that much in our videos about this process, but I can guarantee you that the intimate energy is something that really can take you up to this level, to the 5D perspective, and even higher than this. I say higher because if we compare the number of our chakras with each dimension, let's say, so where is the third dimension? It comes up to somewhere the solar plexus, which is our third chakra, right? Then comes the heart chakra, which is the fourth one. So if we have to compare it, we have to compare it with the fourth dimension. And then the throat comes our fifth dimension. Now this actually very much resonates with me because the fifth dimension is where time and space are already
Fading.
They don't disappear. Yeah, they don't exist anymore. That's already in the fourth dimension already. But in the fifth dimension, we start to use a different part of our realm. This is where creativity is, music, arts, and all kind of higher sensations that it's almost impossible to experience them in the 3D. If we don't tap on that higher realm, we just cannot experience it. It's just like listening to music, but if you are listening to music from the lower chakras perspective, you are just going to have it as a background sound, right? It's not going to go deep into you. But if you really listen, if you really hear the music, then it becomes a part of you and you become one with it. And then you can magically enter into totally different realms. It opens your imagination, it opens totally different perspectives. And that's how it's the same process with the intimate energy. The higher it moves up, the deeper levels of perception it opens up within us.
I understand. So most people are stuck on the first chakra or second when they are using the intimacy.
Yes,
Energy, the
unfortunately.
intimate energy, and the more up you go,
It usually goes the most up to the third chakra.
That's where they start calling tantra and other things like this because they are already
trying to move it up.
It's people who have already experienced higher. I actually didn't have much experience with Kundalini as Petya have, but there's one striking thing that happened to me which relates to both of us, and I saw Kundalini totally different perspective than ever. It changed my life, and it has to do with the intimacy because with Twin Flames we just want to have peace, love, and no hate, no stress, whatever. But this cannot exist in a peaceful manner, you already know. So what happened? One day we were just not gonna be okay with each other. So I went to sleep to the sofa. She slept in the bed. It's funny. We can laugh and stuff, but during the moment of the stress, you just cannot change your
We
mind.
were upset with each other.
Yeah. So what happened? I went to sleep by myself, and I woke up in the middle of the night without intention to wake up. My Kundalini woke me up. I was still sleeping. It's almost like dream walking, but it lasted just, let's say, 10 seconds. In my perception, maybe it lasted 1 hour. I don't know. I just came out like this, like a snake, and I just felt with all my being, even Kundalini telling me, go to bed, go to your partner, to your house. And I just felt that Kundalini really cares about love and cares about unity, like go and stay together. And she even sends you messages and stuff. It's amazing. And this is just the bare beginning of intimacy, of course. It's first you get together, second you raise.
All right. It doesn't happen like immediately. I would say it takes a little bit of time, but the difference when you're with your twin flame, it's like you are doing tantra naturally. You are moving up this energy naturally until it climbs all the way to the crown chakra.
Yes.
When it reaches the crown chakra, this experience it cannot be explained. One has to experience it really, and it has nothing to do with satisfaction or feeling just good, you know. It really is stepping into a totally different perception of life.
The white rabbit is going to show you the way.
Yeah, I guess so.
You cannot, you have to find by yourself with the white rabbit. Because she's also calling.
I also had a similar experience like you. When we were in Bali, you had decided not to eat durian at some
it's
point.
It's a fruit, durian.
When we were living in the jungle. We lived in the jungle for like
it's like
a
we
month.
were the tribal people. Anyways.
It really was like this, the perception. There was nothing else around us, just the jungle. We had the kindest hosts ever.
Yes.
And around us were just nature, trees. We were living in this beautiful little house. And there was a river down there. So anyways, there were durian trees there with local durians, Balinese variety, which is totally different than the hybrid varieties that they sell all over most of the other countries, like Thailand and Malaysia and stuff like this. And I got a dream. I had a nap in the afternoon, and I got a dream that I have to eat the durian that our host is gonna bring, and then yes, that was just the message in the dream. And this happened exactly so. She came and she offered me the durian. I even remembered the shape and everything of the durian. It was exactly the same shape, exactly the same durian like the one from my dreams. As a matter of fact, we were waiting for this specific durian from that tree for a while, but you had decided not to eat. So I was like, I cannot say no to this. I have to eat it. And indeed, it was the best durian that I have ever tried. I ate it all by myself. And I don't know if you've heard anything about durian, but it gives you...
It contains tryptophan, a lot of tryptophan, and it also contains hormones, whatever, that boosts dramatically the hormones in your brain. So when you're eating it, it increases dopamine dramatically, almost like too much, just like the MSG, but a little bit better. It gives you like a high effect.
Right, so after that, I just felt that we have to be intimate. And we did. And this brought to another moment, which was actually the ending part of the puzzle. Why we had to go through all these things. And this was all guidance from Kundalini, from the dream that she gave me. Because after that, you had one of the biggest downloads, which we're not going to speak about now, but it was tremendous and very essential at the time. And it was this intimate moment that helped, the energy to go up all the way to the crown chakra for you,
yes.
To be able to have this amazing download. This is where the connection comes. So indeed, Kundalini will use it as a tool very much.
She needs like access keys to go up and down, and sometimes she cannot do it without some help. So she tells you to do this, do that, to do a practice or to eat something or to stop eating or whatever it is, you know.
It's also very cleansing because it helps clean chakras on the way, energy blockages, and all kind of things, and it's very good.
And Kundalini is very good too.
I hope you are able to experience it if you are not experiencing it already one day with your twin flame, because that really is the holy grail
Yeah, it
of
is.
the twin flame connection.